Hey guys, good afternoon. It's James Owusu. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to share with you today something that I've been reading that's basically struck a note with me. And it's an old quote, I'm sure you've heard it before, that basically says, repetition is the mother of all learning. There's also a quote actually by Anthony Robbins that says, repetition is the mother of all skill. And I think they both make perfect sense anyway. So I'm going back to basics. I'm going back to a book that was recently stated by a very witty and successful gentleman that I heard, John Lavinia, as being the best personal development book of them all. The dictionaries. I've gone old school. I went and got my dictionary out. Apologise for the condition. It's a bit old and battered, but it does the job. And it says repetition is basically the act or the process, it says, of repeating or being repeated, replicating, a replica, a copy. Repetition. That's the basic dictionary definition of repetition. And there was also a couple of quotes. I just wanted to share a few quotes with you about it because I think sometimes we overlook the basics in terms of how important repetition is, in terms of learning and growing and developing, becoming familiar and knowing something. So I'm going to read one of them out to you, or maybe two, because I really like them and I think they might actually help to illustrate what I'm trying to say, help drive the point home for myself as well. Which is why I'm on the word repetition. Remember Sesame Street? We used to have, today's word is, well, let's go with repetition for today. So today's word is repetition. And the quote I'm going to read is from Napoleon Hill, I believe. It says, an idea, a plan of purpose may be placed in mind through repetition of thoughts. Any idea, plan or purpose may be placed in mind through repetition of thought. I hope you got that the second time. I think I got it the second time as well. So basically it's talking about the idea of actually having an idea fully placed in your mind so you know it. It's not something you're struggling hard to recall to mind. It's there. And that really only happens through repetition of thought. Okay? That's a really good quote. I really like that quote. And I guess my favourite, one of my very favourites, of course, is the one by Aristotle, which basically says, if I can find it, it says, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. I'm going to say that one again, because it was a bit of a struggle. It says, the quote basically says, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. So again, this whole concept of repetition, okay? Repeatedly doing over again and again the things that we need to do. That's how we learn, and that's how we attain excellence or we attain success. I remember actually listening to an interview of Will Smith's, the actor, where he said hard work beats skill, or talent, sorry. He said hard work beats talent. He was talking about how he repeatedly works at his craft to perfection as best he can, and that's how he excels. And I thought that was very powerful. And so the reason I came across this is I was thinking about the word repetition a lot, and I know we hear day in and day out how it's important that we actually go through the grind, the part that we don't actually like to go through, in order that we get to the point where we can actually be successful, we can excel at something, or become better, if you like. I was going through YouTube and I found a YouTube channel by a gentleman who's actually heavily involved in fitness and strength training by the name of Elliot Hustle, I believe his name is. Look him up. I think it's called Strength Camp or something like that anyway. Excuse me. Basically, he was talking about his so many different things relating to fitness and mindset, etc. And I noticed that he had millions, I can't even remember how many million viewers. Okay, he had so many million views, and some of his videos had hundreds of thousands of views and subscribers. He has 116 million views on one of his channels. Okay, and 836,000 subscribers. And I thought, wow, here I am, and my videos maybe get 2, maybe 3 views, maybe 12, something like that. And I looked at this guy and I thought, wow. And then what I decided to do was look to see how long he'd been doing this for. And he's actually had this channel up since 2007. So we're talking about 7 years. 7 years he's been putting videos up on YouTube. And so I'm sure in that time he's gone through a little bit of repetition, don't you think? And so I was kind of encouraged. I thought, hey, it will take time. There's going to be some repetition, but it's part of the process of going from not knowing so much to learning and developing and learning and knowing more. So don't forget, repetition is the mother of all learning. Repetition is the mother of all skill. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.